The Lion and the Mouse. A lion lay asleep in the forest. His great as the resting of his pounds. A thin little mouse came up him unexpected, and he is very freak and has to get a war ran across the lion nose. Roused from his nap, the lion lay his hooped paw angrily on the thin creatures to kill her. Spare me, begged the poor mouse. Please let me go, and someday I will suppose reprime you. The lion was much understand to things that a mouse could ever help him, but he was generous and finally let the mouse go. Some days later, with the sting his pretty in the forest, the lion was curling in the toes of the underneck. Uncomfortable to free him, he fills the forest with his angry roaring. The mouse keeping the voice and quickly from the lion shrinking in the neck, running to one of the great rope that buried him. She grounded in the unitly in parent and so the lion was free. You love just when I say I will repair you, said the mouse. No, you see that even a mouse can help a lion.
The plane tree. Two travelers walking in the noonday sun sought the shade of the wide spreading tree to rest. As they lay looking up among the pleasant leaves, they saw that it was a plane tree. How useless is the plane, said one of them. It bears no fruit whatever, and only serves to lather the ground with leaves. Ungrateful creatures, said a voice from the plane tree. You lie here in my calling shade, and yet you say I am useless. Thus ungrateful, O Jupiter, do men receive their blessing. Our best blessings are often the least appraised.
Hi, my name is Valeria Garza, and today I am going to read The Crow and the Pitcher. In a spell of dry water, when the birds could find very little to drink, a thirsty crow found a pitcher with a little water in it. But the pitcher was high and had a narrow neck, and no matter how he tried, the crow could not reach the water. The poor thing felt as if he must die of thirst. Then an idea came to him. Picking up some small pebbles, he dropped them into the pitcher one by one. With each pebble the water rose a little higher until at last it was near enough so he could drink. In a pinch a good use of her with my helpless thought. Thank you, it's very thin.
A lion lies asleep in the forest high green. He's resting on his paws. A tiny little mouse come upon him unexpectedly and incurred fright, and has to get away ran across the lane's nose, rose from his knob. The lion lay created to kill here. Spare me, begged the poor mouse. Please let me go, and someday I will surely repay you. The lion was a mouse to think that a mouse could ever help him, but he was generous and finally let the house go. Some day later, while stalking his prey in the forest, the lion was caught in the toils of a hunter's net. In order to free himself, He filled the forest with his angry roaring. The mouse could know the voice and quickly found the lion strongly in the neck, running the one of the great grapes that bound him. She got out until in the park and saw the lion was free. John laughed when he said, I, I will, I will repel you. So, sighed the mouse. Now you see that ever a mouse can kill a lion.
The Lion and the Mouse. A lion lay asleep in the forest, his great head resting on his paws. A timid little mouse came upon him unexpectedly, and in her fright and haste to get away, ran across the lion's nose, rose from his nap. The lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature to kill her. "Spare me," begged the poor mouse. "Please let me go, and some day I'll surely repay you." The lion was such amused to think that a mouse could ever help him. But he was generous and finally let the mouse go. Some days later, while stalking his prey in the forest, the lion was caught in the toils of a hunter's net. Unable to free himself, he filled the forest with an angry roaring. The mouse knew the voice and quickly found the lion struggling in the net. Running to one of the great ropes that bound him, he gnawed it until it parted, and soon the lion was free. "You lied when I said I would repay you," said the mouse. "Now you see that even a mouse can help a lion. A kindness is never wasted."
The Lion and the Mouse. A lion lay asleep in the forest, his great head resting on his paws. A timid little mouse came upon him unexpectedly, and in her fright and hate to get away, ran across the lion's nose, roused from its nap. The lion laid his huge paw angry on the tiny creature to kill her. "Spare me," begged the poor mouse. "Please let me go, and some day I will sorely repay you." The lion was most amused to think that a mouse could ever help him, but he was generous and finally let the mouse go. Some days later, while stalking his prey in the forest, the lion was caught in the toils of a hunter's net, unable to free himself. He filled the forest with his angry roaring. The mouse knew the voice and quickly found the lion struggling in the net, running to one on a great ropes and they bound him. She gnawed him until he spared, and soon the lion was free. "You lied when I say I will repay you," says the mouse. "Now you seem that even a mouse can help a lion. A kindness is never wasted."
Hi, my name is Ruby Chavez, and in this video I am going to read a story called The Frog and the Mouse. A young mouse in search of adventure was running along the bank of a pond where lived a frog. When the frog saw the mouse, he swam to the bank and croaked, "When you pay me a visit, I can promise you a good time if you do." The mouse did not need much coaxing, for he was very anxious to see the world and everything in it, but though he could swim a little, he did not dare risk going into the pond without some help. The frog had a plan. He tied the mouse's leg to his own without through it. Then into the pond he jumped, drawing his foolish companion with him. The mouse soon had enough of it and wanted to return to shore, but the treacherous frog had other plans. He pulled the mouse down under the water and drove him, but before he could untie the red that bound him to the mouse, a hound came sailing over the pond, seeing the body of the mouse floating on the water. The hound, swooping down, seized the mouse and carried it, with the frog dangling from its leg. Thus, at one shop he had caught meat fish for his dinner. Thank you.
A lion lay asleep in the forest, his great head resting on his paws. A timid little mouse came up him unexpectedly, and in her frightened haste to get away, ran across the lion's nose. Rose from his nap, the lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature to kill her. "Spare me," begged the poor mouse. "Please let me go, and someday I will surely repay you." The lion was much amused to think that a mouse could ever help him, but he was generous and finally let the mouse go. Some days later, while taking his prey in the forest, the lion was caught in the choice of a hunter net. Unable to free himself, he filled the forest with his angry roaring. The mouse knew the voice and quickly found the lion struggling in the net. Running to one of the great ropes that bound him, she gnawed it until it parted, and soon the lion was free. "You laughed when I said I would repair you," said the mouse. "Now you see that even a mouse can help a lion. A kindness is never wasted."